Hey there, welcome to another Credit Card News live stream. I'm Cal Barton and Danny. Thank you again for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Let's jump right into it. So, this is the first bit of news here. We've got Google Chrome is getting built-in virtual cards. Google's adding a feature to Chrome's autofill system called virtual card numbers, which will let you hide your credit or debit card number while making purchases on the web. Google says the feature will help make it easy to securely buy things on the sites, on sites that don't support options like Google or Apple Pay. It's basically the same experience as using Chrome autofill to enter in your credit card details, but with an added layer of security. So I'm just delving into the virtual card game, and I'm really starting to see some benefits for this type of feature. And from prior research, I've seen that a lot of cardholders don't use features like this, but I think if properly explained and exposed to, you'll see the benefit. So a lot of the Capital One cards have this feature. It's called Eno, and you can use it with Eno Assistant. But it seems like something on the back end is allowing them to work well with Google right out of the gate. So there must be something going on that back end level that's allowing them to interface and actually have interoperability from the start. And so it's only going to work with Capital One cards to begin with. And let me know in the comments, guys, if anybody uses virtual cards. I know I just started kind of dabbling with that, and I'll actually discuss that more in the next video, which should come out maybe tonight or tomorrow morning. And I'm really liking what I'm seeing. All right, we got next story. Google again. Google Wallets wants to replace your physical wallet. The Google Pay application already installed on your phone will soon become the new Google Wallet app. Google wants to replace and virtualize everything in your wallet. This is led by credit and debit cards, as well as transit and event tickets, airline boarding passes, loyalty gift cards, and vaccination records. That, along with virtual car keys and student IDs, make up the existing set of what can be saved to your phone. So, I know a couple of members of my audience have voiced how it's a little dangerous to keep everything in one, basically in one location. So I understand that there's some safety in knowing that you have a physical wallet and you have your cell phone that you can they are complementing each other. But I do admit it's very convenient to consolidate responsibilities. It was a great thing when your cell phone gained the functionality to navigate, take pictures, and general computing that was moved to one device. And so it's going to be great. In my opinion, I think most of the time the convenience is going to win out. So I'm looking forward to this. Next up, we have Amazon's Alexa app now asks customers to scan their shopping receipts for cash back. So now they're trying to incentivize people to use the Alexa app, obviously. It's been said that no one uses Alexa for voice-based shopping, but retail giant still sees the potential for Alexa as a shopping companion, just in a different way. They quietly rolled out a new feature designed to boost consumers' use of Alexa's shopping list cashback offers. The company confirmed to TechCrunch it introduced Alexa shopping list savings. That's what it's called. That's what the program's called, shopping list savings, which puts rebate offers from brands and manufacturers directly into consumers' hands through the Alexa app. The offers will be displayed in the Alexa shopping list section with the app and then can be used across retail stores nationwide to help consumers save money. So listen, yeah, I do like many ways to earn cash back, but part of the reason why I just exclusively, for the most part, use credit cards is because when you're using, if you ever use like coupon apps, they only work with specific brands and specific retailers. And the amazing thing about credit cards is that you can use them universally. You're ubiquitous. You can walk into any retailer and earn the designated the advertised cashback rate. So from what I've noticed with Amazon, they'll give you a limited time kind of they'll do these for maybe a few months or a few years, where they're just trying to grow and expand adoption of a given app or service, and then they'll kind of phase that out, which is smart, but I would not count on this continuing. All right, next up, if you have an American Express card, this is for you. Amex adds trip cancel guard option to flights. So this is it. Trip cancel guard is a new offering from American Express that functions similarly to cancel for any reason coverage. However, it's not insurance. When purchased, Trip Cancel Guard provides reimbursement of up to 75% of your non-refundable flight costs booked on AmexTravel.com, as long as you cancel at least 2 calendar days before your departure date. This option is available when paying with any American Express card issued in the United States and must be added at the time of booking. So personally, I'm not really big on insurance, buying insurance. I know from the business side, they're always pushing it. Even at checkout, you see it inside of Best Buy, inside of Walmart. They say, do you want insurance with that? Because that's a huge, they have a huge profit margin on that, because they know that most likely you're not going to have an issue with that product. And if you do, it's probably going to be your fault, right? And so they're rarely going to have to pay any money out, and it's hugely profitable for those companies. And I think rarely you need insurance. So Amex, I just can't find a good reason for. I have no Amex cards, as you probably know, and I'm still not very plussed on what they do. So here's a relatively big story here. We have feds are fining Bank of America $10 million for illegally garnishing bank accounts. So this is what they did. Bank of America will pay a $10 million penalty and refund nearly $600,000 in fees to thousands of customers whose accounts were illegally garnished. The CFPB, which is the governing body for the financial industry, said its enforcement action stems from the nation's second biggest bank proceeding illegally out-of-state garnishment orders against its customers' bank accounts. Customer accounts were unlawfully frozen, charged illegal fees, and had money withdrawn and sent to creditors based on court orders that should have been processed under the laws of the state they reside in. So I used to bank with Bank of America. That I know that's I actually had a conversation about their credit cards. They for some reason, their credit cards don't seem to get much traction. I know on YouTube, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Do you see Bank of America credit cards? Are you interested in their credit card lineup? And do you come across videos on those fairly often? Because I actually haven't even thought about Bank of America cards recently. All right, next we have the IRS increases interest rate to 4% on delayed tax refunds. So I didn't even know this until maybe like 2 days ago. The IRS pays out interest if they delay your tax refund by more than 45 days for the standard tax return, which is due on April 15th. This means they'll pay interest for refunds issued on June 1st or beyond. Even if you file early, they'll still only pay based on the due date, which is typically April 15th. I think it was April 18th this year. And the rate was increased from 3%. So look, hey, that's a little bit extra that you'll be getting back. So they had a backlog of 8 million people from the beginning. So even before taxes were starting to be filed, there was already a backlog of millions of people. And so last year they paid out 3.3 billion in interest. So it looks like they're probably going to pay significantly more this year. And next we have Star Alliance. They're planning to release a credit card for redeeming points across 26 airlines. So Star Alliance is the largest of 3 global airline groups and it's planning to offer a co-branded card that will allow a person to redeem points across all 26 airlines. The card, to be launched later this year, will allow users to earn points via their spending like a regular credit card, and to redeem those points via the frequent flyer programs of any of the airlines. So at first I thought this was a huge deal, and you guys who are into earning miles and points for travel, you guys can discuss this in the comments and let me know. But it only includes United Airlines. So if you're looking to, I would assume it'd be much more valuable if you could use it across most of the US airlines, because most of us are probably going to be traveling domestically anyway. So I want to discuss with you, Nina. I want to start with you. Welcome back to the stream. It's good to see you. You saying that you're saying thumbs down to Bank of America. It's horrible. Took my money out and they acted like they didn't give a you know what, and then tried to reach out to me. Good riddance. Okay. Was that an issue with your checking account, savings account, or was that a credit card? I still have one of Bank of America's credit cards. I forget which one it is. Let me just check. I have the... I can't even find it, so many cards. I have the... What do we got here? I don't even think I activated it. I don't know. I never use it though. Never gets used. So Nina, you're saying your checking account with your direct deposit, and you had them for 15 years, and your secured credit card never graduated in 3 years. I closed it down. Yeah, that's a big problem, you know. And I know that people have been asking me about graduating those secure cards, especially with Navy Federal. They're trying to figure that out. So that's something I have to look into later. But that's you would think they would have more. They would have more respect for you because you've been with them for 15 years. You know, if that was a credit union, then you would have been at the top of the totem pole at that point, because you would have had so much time in, so much trust and loyalty built. But it's good that we have so many options out. You know, I think in prior years, and so many people, I've noticed that people have an issue switching banks. It's very, once a normal person gets locked into their bank, they don't switch for like, I think the stat was like 7 to 10 years. And so that's why there's such a, they give these huge bonuses to move people, because they know that's what it takes to get them to, you know, to sign up for an account with them. Nino, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that, man. So who's got who has a credit limit increase? Does anybody have a success story? I love to hear success stories. You know what I mean? So many people have been they're super frustrated. It's really interesting to see what is going on, out there, especially with the Capital One cards. I know that there is a real issue with trying to increase those limits. Albert, what's up? Welcome to the stream if you're still here. Lunchbox, what is up? Lunchbox 701. I just had my Walmart rewards limit increase. Told my wife to max the card and pay it off for a few months. Increase on its own from $500 to $2,500. And it's Capital One. Okay, so you have the Capital One Walmart card. Oh, nice, dude. Good job. I like that. I like to see that success. And typically with the $500 limits, I see people that have stayed at a $500 limit for 10, 15 years. And so they'll get so frustrated. They'll just throw it down. They'll put it right in the drawer and they'll never use it again. So it's good to know that a lot of use is really the best way, is the number one way. And you really can have success if you want to use the card. I never want to push anybody to use a card that they really don't get value from, or you might as well just work on growing a card that you're actually gonna like using. Like, for example, I like the City Custom Cash card. I have 2 City Custom Cash cards, and I'll be using them every single month because they get 5% back in one category. And so I personally will be working to grow the limit of those cards. You'll have a different card, so definitely want to work on growing cards that you will actually use. You're saying, I just recently asked for credit increases for my Navy Federal cash awards for $3,000. I am sure I could have asked for more, but I'm content. Yeah, the last time I checked, maybe these things update. I've noticed that every maybe 6 months or so, the maximum kind of increase that they're allowing will kind of fluctuate. Last time I checked, it was $8,000. So, for what that's worth. But 3,000 is great. I think the max limit increase I've ever received is like $4,000. So, and if I'm not mistaken, don't you have like a $30,000 limit with your flagship rewards card? That's insane. That's like double my. That's double the limit I have on my Capital One Quicksilver card, and that's my highest limit. I'm waiting for some. I want some news with the Apple Card. I'm waiting for some updates with the Apple Card in particular, because I can't wait to do another video about something fresh, something new with the Apple Card. Other than, they just recently did a new 3% category on Ace Hardware, which is just not enough. I'm waiting for an update on SoFi credit card because I want them to get the credit limit increases as a feature. And then I'm also waiting for some news with Chase. I'm hoping Chase comes out because Chase is, I know people absolutely love Chase. I appreciate everybody that voted on the poll here. Thank you for that. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right now. I want to know, I'm going to ask you guys a question here. Different poll, different question. What do you think about I want to know, what do you think about PSCCU? Sir Cyrex, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining the stream. So you're new. Do you have a video on the Chase Inc. business cards? No, I don't currently have a video on that. I don't have a video on Chase. I just have videos on the on Chase overall, on kind of general ways to get approved for their cards, to get a credit limit increase. And then I have a review of the Chase Freedom Unlimited and kind of like a comparison between the Unlimited and Freedom Flex. I will note that though. You know, someone actually spoke to me about business cards, and they told me that they were buying from a supplier and they needed to use a business card to purchase. Like, they could not use a personal card to order product from their supplier. And I found that interesting because I didn't think that there was any restriction. Like, you could use a personal card wherever, but in that case, that wasn't working for them. You know, you're saying you love the City Custom Cash, but you're currently at 524 status, and I need to complete the Chase Trifecta. I will be 324 in October. Nice. Dude, you were watching it. I'm sure you're watching it like a hawk. It's so tough. I actually recently saw someone in the forums talking about they were really apprehensive about any new cards, even if it was something they were really excited about. They just wanted to be very mindful of their Chase status. But speaking of Chase, actually, I want to know who uses the Nino, do you use the portal, the travel portal? Because I noticed that I wasn't getting enough value from my Freedom card, and I should have been using my Chase Freedom Unlimited with the travel portal to buy airline tickets, because you get 5% cash back on through the portal. But you know, I noticed that if you do use the portal, it's possible if you have any issues with the ticket, with your booking, you have to go through Chase. You can't handle it with the airline. You actually have to go back and call customer service with Chase to handle that. Douglas, welcome to the stream. You're saying I have a $25,000 limit with Navy Federal after opening my account in April. Now waiting my 91 day to apply for the next Navy Federal More Rewards card. I like the more, you know, that's actually my favorite card. Just because you get the 3% categories and was it gas, grocery, and I forget the other category, but I know that they're very high use categories, and it's a no annual fee card, unlike the flagship that comes with a $49 fee. So that's great, man. That's the insane part about Navy Federal, is that they're gonna give you such high limits right out the gate. It's amazing. EHJ23, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome back. So you said happy Sunday. Yes, sir. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you. Oh, you know I got the beats on deck. You already know. All right. So you said, Nino, you're gonna transfer them to the transfer partners with Chase and get better bang for your buck. Once I get the Freedom Flex and Sapphire by the end of the year, you're gonna book a flight to Costa Rica. Nice. Little post-pandemic, vacation, right? All right. So we have some experience with the travel portal here. I'm glad you guys are on the stream so you can inform me. I use the travel portal with my Chase Sapphire Preferred. I combine my points with both of my Chase cards. I use the Chase Sapphire Preferred because of the 125% bonus when you book through the portal. Okay. Yeah, that's listen, you definitely, if you're gonna use the Chase, if you're gonna combine them and use the trifecta, you definitely want to go all in and learn the optimum way to earn the most points, for sure. Who knows? I might see something. I'm gonna have to look for some really clear examples of our figure out what is that threshold to when it makes sense to start using miles and points. And I know it's it's really hard to figure that out, but I'm gonna have to work on that. Taylor, T. Ayler. Is it T? You got the space right there. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Appreciate the stream. Been watching your recorded videos. Didn't know you go live. You got a quick question. My 524 opens in June. Would you go for custom cash or Navy Federal large limit? I like cashback. I think the key is right there. You like cashback. Okay. And so I already have 2 custom cash. So I think I'm a little biased. I'm going to tell you go for the custom cash. But that if you already have decent limits, then I wouldn't even worry. I wouldn't worry about that. I would just go for if you know you're going to get great value from this next card, which is the custom cash, just focus on that value. And then maybe later down the line, when you want to grow your overall credit limit, do that. But I would go for the cashback first. So custom cash. Yeah, so Douglas, you're saying that's a really good point. The Chase Sapphire Preferred has the yearly hotel statement credit. Is that a $200 credit, if I'm not mistaken? I do, I can almost forgive the $95 fee. I just have a problem that the fact that there's rewards, there's cards that offer very competitive cashback rates that are completely free. So whatever happens to you, whether you decide to put a card down for whatever reason, you don't have to double check and think and plan to figure out a way to extract enough value to compensate for the annual fee. And so that's really what, and I for my taste and my preferences, I don't want to have to work out of a hole or trying to be very strategic with my cards. I guess I come in at a passive income stance, and that's kind of what you see me speak about in my videos. I'm leaning towards I'm willing to work a little bit, but I don't want to work too hard to get my money back. I want to ideally, I want it to be set up in a way where I can just use the card and extract maximum value from it. And that's just my reasoning. But everybody has a different setup, and you have, you know, different preferences. You know, you're saying once you get high limits with a couple cards, you really don't care much if others don't give you high limits. You took the words right out of my mouth, Nino. That's exactly how I feel. I feel the same way. And honestly, if once you get like a $10,000 limit on a card, I personally think it's hard to spend half of that, and to be able to get 10,000 plus limit on one card, it's really, I mean, if as long as you're not living an extravagant lifestyle, and maybe you're using it for business, but at that point, get a business card, you know? So yeah, I'm definitely not focused on getting a high limit, but I know a lot of people may have just, you know, a $500 limit or $1,000 limit, and they really need those higher limits. So I definitely want to, you know, serve those people. All right, EHJ, you're saying, I'm having a hard time of what card to go after next. I was looking at the City Custom Cash since I already have the City Double Cash card. I was looking at upgrading my Chase Freedom card as well. So you just so you know, you can actually product change from the Double Cash to the City Custom Cash. And so, and just listen, I'm just throwing ideas and strategies out here because this is what I did. First, I applied for the City Custom Cash. I got the sign up bonus. And then like 2 months later, I product changed from the Double Cash to the City Custom to get 2 of them. And that's just what I did. And I've seen examples of people having 3. And I don't even think there's a limit on that. All right, guys, I'm gonna tell you, working on a new video, finalizing everything. It should be out tonight. It's gonna be on Capital One, Quicksilver. Thank you for joining me on the stream. I'm gonna skip next week because I got some, you know, family stuff going on. But you already know, Sundays at 7 p.m. We're gonna skip next week, but the following Sunday, I'm gonna be going live again. Miss Barton, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I gotta catch up. All right, everybody, have a great weekend.